Just to shed light on how the conversation is going to go, we will start off with a presentation to intimate everyone on the plans that we have for the app, for reopening the app. We would then take questions on the presentation. We would have some of our team members answer your question, and then we have the CEO coming to speak. All right, I'll start off the conversation now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for making time to join us on this call. Just to state that we appreciate your support throughout this time. And then we will be happy to take a lot of your questions. So for now, I'll just start the presentation on what we have for you today. Permit me to share my, okay. Okay, next slide, please. All questions, we'll have time for questions and we'll be able to answer all of the questions. All right, so today we'll be speaking on the Patricia token. We'll start with an overview of the token. We will talk about the role of this token in asset management and recovery. We'll talk about the benefits and also the conversion process. All of this is just to intimate you more closely around how this is going to look like, because the building process is almost completed. So we are looking to intimate the special customers so that they can have a view of how the app will be once it launches. Next slide, please. Just to reiterate that the token is an internal debt token. It says that the debt management token is not yet on chain. The value of this token, the Patricia token, is pegged to the USDT, and it does not fluctuate. So what it means is that for every PUTX you have as a Patricia token, it will be exchanged for 1 USDT. It is pegged against the dollar. This token symbolizes basically our ability to be able to pay everyone that has the token 1 USDT for 1 Patricia token. Next slide, please. So basically, one of the reasons why we are proposing this token is for stability. Basically, maintaining the stability of the token gives us the ability to be able to pay back, especially in a volatile market that is crypto. So that peg enables us to manage that debt equitably. Also, when customers are able to access their funds, we expect that this will be straightforward, so that once they withdraw, we don't have complications about rates or issues like that, especially on launch. This token isn't just it's not an instrument for compensation. It's also the transparency. We're on the path to recovery. We're trying to recover lost assets, and we're trying to, ensure that we have a stable and organized way of doing so. Next slide, please. Okay, this asset recovery. Now, this is what once you log into the application, you're going to see the asset recovery screen. This is going to show you a breakdown of your old assets. Basically, you're going to see every asset you owned before the app went down or the app was paused. So all of the assets will be broken down like this on the app. This will enable you see everything you have at one view. Next slide, please. So just a couple of points around the conversion process. Only BTC and Naira or fiat and USD assets will be converted to the Patricia token. So this coin conversion this coin conversion will be done at the rates as at April 29, 2023. That was the day the app was suspended for operations. So if you have other assets like ETH, XRP, Doge, these assets won't be converted. The conversion will be done once you log into the app. The new app, it will ask you to migrate your assets from the old app to the new app. So this, because everyone will be informed of their asset words pre and post conversion, so that there are no confusions. Then each customer will also have a Patricia token dedicated wallet. This will show what your assets are after they've been converted. I think the next slide will show that visually. Basically, this is how the breakdown will be once you log into the app. On the left-hand side of my screen, you can see your old assets breakdown. If you notice, just the BTC, USD, and NGN assets have been converted to the Patricia token. 29, you can see there. You can also see that other assets remain the same. So just to point out that your total assets before conversion and your total assets after conversion are going to remain the same. The Patricia token is basically pegged to these three assets that you're seeing on your screen. Next slide, please. All right, this is what your dashboard will look like. If you can see my screen, you would see that the dashboard shows your total available balance, including your PUTX. So for instance, this particular test screen has 19,596 in PUTX, but the total asset balance, that's including other assets, Ethereum and other USDT assets, gives the total at 21,000. So this is how you're going to see the breakdown. And also on this page, you're going to see the available balance for you to withdraw. So what I mean is when the app launches, basically we would have some customers able to withdraw their PUTX to USDT, and that will also be made available on the dashboard. You would see your available assets to withdraw. Next slide, please. All right, this just shows, tells you what you want to do with your PUTX. You see the PUTX value and you see USDT. Just to point out that your PUTX, that's a Patricia token, you will not be able to convert it directly to Naira or BTC. You will strictly be able to convert it to USDT, and that's why it's pegged against the dollar. So we are representing it with the USDT. So once you withdraw your PUTX, all of it goes directly to PUTX, and this redemption will be done on step-by-step basis after launch. So once you log into the app, some customers are going to be able to withdraw their PUTX immediately, and as we go on, other customers will have the ability, once the PUTX is available, to withdraw on the application. Next slide, please. Okay, this shows the success page for when you withdraw the PUTX, and it shows this particular test screen has withdrawn all their PUTX. Now, just to point that this process has already commenced. The app testing is on the way, so we expect that very soon all of this that you're seeing on your screen, you'll be able to see it once you log into the app, and then once we launch. Next slide, please. All right, so just to pencil a picture on the token. So this token, the way the Patricia team has come about it is basically based on historical precedents, right? Because we observed and studied companies or situations that have been like ours, and it all happened with the support of everyone, and they were able to get through it. For instance, the Bitfinex case study, where they lost even, they have over 2 billion worth of their assets. They were able to repay all the customers, and they also released the Bitfinex token. All of this is present in our white paper, and these are success cases that we are pegging, operations with, and we're going to ensure that we, keep to all of the standard processes in ensuring that there's transparency in terms of the redemption for your Patricia tokens and being able to convert them to USDT once it's available. So this is just to point out that there's been historical precedence to the exact steps that we're taking, and we are very confident, with your support, that is all going to be as smooth as possible for everyone. Basically, this screen also shows the summary of the new assets breakdown. You're going to see your PUTX, which tells you that your BTC, USD, and NGN assets have been converted. And then you can also see the other assets that are unaffected. Like I mentioned, your PUTX will be available to be withdrawn to USDT once the app launches for selected users, and on a continuous basis once we hit those targets that we have internally, more PUTX will be made available so that you can withdraw to USDT. Once it gets to USDT, you can do any sort of transaction with it. You can sell it, you withdraw for Naira, any other sort of conversion can be done there, but you'll be only able to withdraw to USDT. Thank you. Next slide. All right, thank you. That summarizes the direction for how the token will look like, how the app would be once we launch. And just to reiterate that all of this, right, is important that we have your support in terms of achieving, and we have been really, really grateful for the support so far. We have been really grateful for all of the words of encouragement, all of the words of trying of our customers. We hear you. We know that you have been patient with us, and we know that with your support, once we launch, it will be very, very smooth to be able to get your PUTX converted and also get your transactions back online. We are working really hard to ensure that we can get all of this done and get you back to your applications and your wallets as soon as possible. That will be it for now. We will just take some questions. And just to point out that if you drop the question in the chat, there's a team scouting through the chat. They'll be able to take the questions and answer as soon as possible. All right, we'll take questions on the Patricia token and questions around it now. Moderator, please give access to Yusuf. I think, please, if you need to ask a question, please raise your hand. You can use the button at the bottom of your screen so that we'll be able to so it's at the reactions part of your screen. If you scroll down, you see reactions, and then you'll be able to raise your hand, and we'll be able to take at least 5 questions for a start. Thank you. Okay, let's give the floor to Yusuf. Yusuf, I think you can speak now. You just need to unmute your mic. Okay, I think Yusuf is. Please, let's give the floor to Samuel Adedoyin.
Hi, hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Samuel. You can go on. Thank you.
All right. So, the report of Patricia was not actually hacked. It was due to loss of database, and we were like really worried about the whole. Is it that we're going to start having to verify the amount of money we have in our wallet, or is it that we are going to start? I don't know. The prayers not really understandable yet. I get the fact that you want to convert your assets to your token, which is I don't know, which is not really understandable yet. Well, is this platform also acceptable? Is this token also acceptable in other platforms, like other BTC platforms, like talk about Binance and other?
Okay, Sam, I think I lost you, but I think I got your question. So just throw more light on it. Like I said initially, the Patricia token is an internal debt recovery token for now. We have future plans of launching it on chain, but because of the current circumstances, it will only be used on the Patricia ecosystem, and you can only convert it for now to USDT. As we progress, more utilities are going to be brought for the token, but primarily its usage for now is a debt management token on the Patricia application, and it is going to be available to withdraw to USDT on the Patricia application. So as for the utility, that's the utility for now. But as the future progresses and with everyone's support, we'll be able to have more utilities listing it on other exchanges, but that is in the future. Okay, let's have Yusuf now. Please, you can unmute your mic.
Hello, are you hearing me?
I can hear you, so yeah.
Good afternoon. When is the withdrawal date? This thing is causing a lot of issues for people. I have to pay my school fees. I can't do anything. We are just hearing we will fix it. Your funds is available. What do we have to do? I don't think we have anything to do with that. Many people are here to pay school fees. You can't even pay school fees. Lost so many things. Keep on begging us every time. I don't know what should we do with that? Is that what we used to pay our school fees and house rent? This is not right now. Launching of app. Is launching of app hard? We use WhatsApp here now. They launch app. We don't even know when they launch their app. We don't know when they update their app. For over how many months now? I've not been feeding well. Do you guys want to tell me you've not been eating well? I hardly eat. I can't pay for my house rent now. I have fees there. Is this how we'll continue? This is going up to about 6 months now.
Thank you, Yusuf. I really appreciate your concerns, and I'm really sorry about the issues that you're facing. And this is really something that has us constantly working to get this fixed. Just to point out that the reason, especially from the screen I shared, you can see that we have the screens already ready. The app is close to being ready. We're working on testing, and once we have the data available, we would, communicate just as we have communicated. Very important for us is to be able to ensure transparency at this time to, be able to see that we take you along every step of the way in terms of the actions that we're taking and how it's going to affect you. But the launch date is close, and be rest assured that once we have it, I think the CEO will also share before the end of the call. I'll reiterate that once we have a date, he'll be the first to let you know. Thank you, and I'm really deeply empathize with you on the issues. We understand the toll that this has taken on our customers, and we're working day and night to ensure that we get it fixed. Okay, I think the next on my screen is Kenneth or Jaidi. Moderator, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Kenneth.
Please, what we want to know is, when are you reopening your app? When? Just give us a hint, because this is getting out of hand now. This is 5 months. What am I saying? 6 months. It's unfair. You are treating us bad, and you're making us feel now we'll be scared to even trade with you guys. We'll be scared to trade with you guys. You guys want to just lose your customers because you are taking time. We need money. We need to pay things. We need to pay bills. You guys should consider that. Please, you guys should consider that and give us a date that when you just give us a date so that we'll be rest assured that, yes, this is how we will plan ourselves. Because right now, we don't know when you're opening your app. I have a lot of loans to pay. People are on my neck. So tell me, how will it make it feel? How is this? How do you see this? Is it good? Is it good? It's not right now. Just give us a hint. When are you guys opening your app? That's what I want to know. Because I really need to pay my bills.
Thank you for your contribution. And like I said, it's really it's something that keeps up, trying to ensure that we can reach that date. But also very important is how it's going to work, because if once the app is opened, it's important to know how the app you can use the app, and that's why calls like this are important, so that we show you how your Patricia token will work. If some of your assets are affected, maybe you have BTC, Naira, or USDT assets, how these assets are going to be converted and what you can convert them into. This is just to tell you the plans that we are already in the step towards launching. And once that date is available, it's going to be made known. Strides have been made towards testing. And as we test, we will continue, taking you up on all on the way up until when the app is open, so that you'll be very aware of what is to come and how you can interact with it. But we understand your pain and we deeply empathize. Once we have a date, we'll let it know. Thank you so much. And then just to also point out that in terms of transaction, we are going to come, strong and ensure that we strive hard to keep your business. We understand that it's been a tough time for you, trying to not having access to your wallets, and we are deeply concerned. And in all of this, our expectations and working towards all of this is to ensure that we keep you for years and years to come, because you are the ones that brought us here, and essentially you are the ones together we can grow with you and your business. We deeply appreciate your business and we don't take it for granted. And moderator, let's have Destiny Ogu. So just pointed, I'll take 2-3 more questions, and then I'll invite the CEO. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for this audience. The thing you guys have been emphasizing for like more than 6 months now is, to me, is Babadash, because I remember as at May or so, you gave us an assurance that this whole thing would be withdrawal, would people will enable your withdrawal, I think 8 weeks, and it's more than 8 weeks. And people are not finding this thing funny again at all, in all ramifications. Patricia, we know, used to be known for their, good mannerism and in terms of proactiveness. But now you guys are giving us, a absolutely cold shoulder, and it's not good. You understand? I started using you guys about 5 years ago because of good recommendation and good credit mandate from you guys. But now everything is zero. You understand? People are hungry. I have bills to pay. I need to sort out 1 or 2 things. My money has been stuck for more than months, and it's not ideal. You get? So you guys keep telling us every week, okay, the withdrawal will be enabled just like that. It's all Babadash to me. If you guys want to do something, fine. Like one of the guys said, he said, fine. So open hub is not a big thing. You understand? And this, I presume, after this call now, you guys are going to spend like months to facilitate everything. And it's not really good. It's not. So please, I don't know. Patricia used to be known for their foremost activity when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but now people have lost it. To be honest, you need to work on that, because we are not happy. You've lost the mandate and everything. I rest my case here.
Thank you so much, Destiny, and I understand how you must be. I can't claim to even understand that. It's been a tough 5 months, not being able to access this, and we also understand, the trust of everyone on this call is really important to us, because that's why we do business in the first place. Just to state that I think is not to overflog, but we are doing everything as fast as we can to ensure that we can launch safely. Also be assured that one of the reasons why we basically have taken this time is that we announced in June that we got new security partners from South Africa, Demos, to work on the application. Although, like I mentioned, Bitfinex and a couple of other global institutions have experienced security breaches such as ours, but we have taken time to source international security partners to ensure that once we reopen, we have zero repeat of the type of issues that led us to pause operations in the first place. So some of these things are the T's that we need to cross and the I's we need to dot to ensure that everything is in place for us to open safely. It wouldn't be fair to both our esteemed customers that we open and then we are not able to guarantee safety based on what has already happened. So we're working really hard on that and ensuring that we get the required sign-off from them to be able to safely open the app. We are working really hard to ensure that all of these complaints that you've put across and feedback is taken, and we don't take your trust lightly. So I'll take one more question, and then I'll invite the CEO. Thank you. And please, you can ask questions about the coin, PUTX, how it affects, and so that we can answer that before the CEO comes on. Let's have Blessing Famous is the next on my screen.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you.
I just want to know when can we be able to withdraw our money? Because all this lag for the past, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 4 months, you have been telling us very soon, very soon, very soon, and we are tired of very soon. Most of us have lost our opportunity because of your company. We have lost our opportunity, even the trust you built so many years. We have lost trust in you. Yes, I kept telling my account officer that you assigned to me that I no longer trust you people. I no longer trust you people. The trust you built for so many years, you have by your own self scattered it, destroyed it. I'm from Delta State, and we are not finding it funny here. In fact, you put us in a very bad condition. So I just want to know the actual date we are getting I can be able to withdraw my fund. At least let business continue. But now, in fact, you post most of our businesses because without money, there will be no transaction. So I just want to know the actual date we can be able to withdraw. That is all.
Thank you, Blessing Famous, and I can see you've also been a long-time customer of ours. So one of the things that I can point to is that testing has already begun. So it means that we're really close to the launch date. I know, we are really pressed for a date, but once we also want to be very transparent in the sense that once we announce a date, we want to stick with that. So we're trying to, like I said, dot all the T's. I know it's very close. It's not, far. We spent the, longest part of that wait period, that I can say, but we don't have I don't have a specific date to say yet. But I just want to reassure that for testing, that's already on the way. So once we've, been able to guarantee, like I said, the safety of the app, we would be able to mention a date. And just to state that we also want to keep the trust that you mentioned. I know, a lot of us on this call have been with us up until from 2017. We have customers from 2018, 2019, even 2020. We have customers from all the way down there, and we understand what it means to have your assets or in a platform that you've trusted for this long and not being able to access it. I mean, it shatters that sort of trust that you had with us, but we are working really hard to rebuild that, and we promise you that we will do everything possible to ensure that everyone has access to their wallet safely, and then they can at their designated points withdraw their assets and also continue to do business on the application and on the OTC desk. On that note, those are the questions I will take on the Patricia token. I would invite the CEO now to give us talk, and then also have time for just a few questions more. And we also appreciate that we're not able to take all of the questions, but what we will do is to keep a line open, a link where we can leave all of the questions. And if you can drop them on the chat too, we also have our team members picking them up. We would ensure that if you can drop them on your email, we would ensure that we can send the response and the breakdown of all of the questions that you have and try to answer them as much as possible. And lastly, just want to point out that the white paper and the FAQs are up on our website. It's also up on our social media pages. So most of the questions around the token and how it will work, how it will affect you, what you would see once you log into the app, they are all available. Thank you so much for listening, and for everyone who contributed. We appreciate your contributions, and thank you so far. I would invite the CEO now. Thank you. Moderator, please give him the mic. Okay, please check you have the mic boss.
All right, I think I have it now.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. And it's nice to be here today to talk to you guys. So I have been reading your comments, reading your emails, and I really want to first of all start off by saying, again, my sincere apologies. We cannot even begin to fathom what you have been through, especially in this time. I can imagine how difficult it has been for every one of you having your money stuck in Patricia. This was never the intent, I can promise you. I did not start Patricia to get to this point where we will have a lot of customers angry, a lot of customers saying negative things about Patricia. Patricia was actually named after my mom. So every time I see a negative comment, it hurts me so much because it feels like it's heated or it's directed to my mom. I also understand your pain. Having your money stuck is not even if it is $1, it's not the promise that we made to you guys. And for that, I am deeply sorry. I'm very, very deeply sorry for that. But I'd like to also straighten out a few points. Patricia was hacked. Patricia was hacked, and we lost your funds, right? The money was not, we don't have the money in the bank and we are refusing to open it up, right? We don't have the money somewhere and we are refusing to open it up. As a matter of fact, right, we have proof that Patricia was hacked and we can put out those proof in public. But the question there is, it's a very interesting question because we are stuck in between, do we put out the proof to say, okay, look, this is how we were hacked because we have it, right? Versus, do we go and catch who stole the money? Because monies were lost. And if we put out this information publicly, it's going to jeopardize the investigations going on, right? So it's very important for you guys to know that, right? The money is not somewhere, the money is not sitting. We are not just holding down the money and saying, oh, look, we refuse to pay you the money if we had the money, right? As a matter of fact, not all funds were hacked, right? We have some funds, especially around Ethereum. So every customer who has Ethereum in Patricia, they will still be able to utilize all their Ethereum balances. So if the money we owe you is in Ethereum, you have no cost for worry. Your money is safe and it is there one for one, right? So the ones that we lost, BTC, USDT, Naira, and US dollar on the new application, that is what we are managing. And that is what we are also recovering, right? And that is why we introduced Patricia token. And I see a lot of people think that, yes, Patricia token is worthless. this cannot happen, this is that. Again, I need you guys to understand that Patricia token, right, is your money, right? We are saying we owe you BTC, we owe you Naira, we owe you US dollars. Let us convert it. So if we owe you $10 worth of BTC, we now owe you $10 worth of Patricia token. We are not saying that you would have access to all the tokens the first day we launch, right? So the same way you sell your USDT and you get dollar, the same way you send your USDT and you get Naira, is the same way you will sell your Patricia token back to us and we will give you USDT in exchange, right? So the Patricia token is us saying we owe you money, but instead of us to owe you that money in BTC, Naira, USDT, and many currencies, let's owe you that in one currency, which is Patricia debt token, and we will exchange that token. We will exchange that token and we will give you USDT in return, right? But not everybody can get it at once. So it's going to come in different phases after we launch, right? We are also working on fundraising and we have been able to raise some money, right? And we also announced that where another another crypto founder invested in Patricia, and we're able to use that money to even shore up the debt that we have to repay you. So by the time we reopen the application, right, we'll be able to pay you a large chunk of what we owe you in Patricia tokens, right? And it's going to happen in batch by batch phases. But the vision is, and the goal here is that we are going to pay every single person their money. We are going to pay every single person what we owe. And I need you guys to understand this, right? It's only going to take some time, but we are going to pay every single dollar. That is why we brought up Patricia token in the first place. And I know now it sounds like a lot of talk, right? But as soon as the app gets reopened and the first set of users gets their money, it will begin to make sense. But what we do not want is to launch the application and then come back and take it down again, right? So we need to make sure that everything is settled. The reason why there are delays is because we need to build a lot of security into the application, right? We lost money because we are not security experts. Now we have brought in security experts and they are working on it. And they say that they need time. As a matter of fact, some people on this call have actually been working on the application with us. We have been testing the application. And as soon as we are done with this first stage of testing, we would put word out again and we would get a larger chunk of people to come in and test the application step by step. I understand it's a slow process, but it's rather slow than never, right? We are working very, very hard. If we wanted to run away, if it was a scam, right, we would not be on this call with you today. There's nothing we have to gain if we're trying to scam you and we'll be on this call today. Our Instagram page will not be open. You will not be able to reach us in any form, and right now we are looking to reopen the application. If we lost money, we have to raise money. We have to get money from investors. I'm sure we all understand that. But we also need you guys to support us because anytime you go online and you say, oh, look, Patricia is a scam, this is happening, that is happening, right? Guess what happens? Investors also see that as well. And they're like, should I invest in Patricia? Will Patricia customers come back after I invest in Patricia? So these are questions that we need to answer. These are support that we need from you because we are working for you, but it gets difficult to actually converse with investors when they go on Instagram and every post we make, we are flooded with so much angry comment. I understand that you're angry, but you need to give us space to work for you. We need to work as a team. You might not trust us 100%, but you can see the work that is going on. We are coming on these calls. We are building applications. We have shut down for over 4 months now, which means that Patricia as a company, we haven't made any money in 4 months, but we are still finding ways to run the company to ensure that we get to reopen and we even get to win your trust so that you can begin to trade, because it's only at the points you trade that we make money, and that's how we can keep the company going, right? So it's very important that we understand these things. The work we are doing is for you. The work we are doing is for you. And in order to even make it more transparent, right, we are proposing that we have these calls bi-weekly to give you more updates, where I will come in and I will speak to you. I will tell you what's happening. I'll tell you the work that has been done. I'll tell you what's going to happen next, just to provide more transparency and for us to all be carried along, right? However, we need your support. We need you guys to understand that we are here and we are working for you. Every negative comment that goes on online against Patricia, right? Believe that investors are seeing that, and it is making it a lot difficult for us to get that money back to you, right? So it's okay I totally feel your pain, right? I feel your pain. I have built this business for the past 6 years, right? Every single day I wake up and I'm thinking of Patricia. Every single day I wake up, I'm thinking of Patricia. I'm not going to run away with your money. No, it's not. That's not why I'm here. And the few people who have known me for a long time, or even known me for many years, right? The vision for Patricia is bigger than all of this. The vision for Patricia is bigger than all of this. There are lots of people that want Patricia to fail because they don't understand how a young guy is able to build a business and make a business so big, right? I did not go through the regular format. I did not go through how, in quote, it's supposed to go, right? And it's now it's now, we are now at this point, and it's like, oh, I told you so, Patricia is a scam. And if the customers go in and say, yes, Patricia is a scam, that narrative continues. You have been with us, for some of you have been with us for many years. Why didn't we scam you after Big Brother? That was our biggest time ever, where we made the actions and everything, but we didn't. We kept on going and we kept on building the company, right? So I understand your pain, but I want you guys to exercise some patience, right? We will be communicating more often. We'll be giving you more updates on what is happening and what is not happening. Investigations are going on with EFCC and with cybercrime. They are making arrests, but we cannot put this out there because it's going to hinder the investigation, right? We want to be able to recover your money back for you. It's Nigeria, things take time, right? We are working super, super hard, and I need you guys to really, 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 really understand it. We're not somewhere in a beach sitting down and just enjoying any money. All of these things will be put out in due time, right? I know that it has taken some time, but I promise you that things are going to work out. We just need your trust, and we just need your support. In a few weeks' time, we're going to be inviting more people to join us to test the application again, so you get a feel before it goes live. If there are any issues, you fix the issues, you see the issues, you bring it up for us, and we will launch, right? When we launch, we would be able to buy back some of the Patricia tokens, and that's how we will continue building and building and building until we clear this whole issue and we go on to become a great company. My vision for this is, when we are done, Harvard will come and study how we did it. How did Patricia come back? How did Patricia retain her customers? How did Patricia keep on growing? It will be something that will be studied, but we need your support. We need your support to get there. We need your support to get there. It's not just a thing that we are doing alone. We are working very hard to raise this money. We are working very hard to get your money back to you, right? But we need your support. We need you to say, Patricia, I trust you, on social media. We will get the money back. Every time a positive comment goes up like that, investors get reassured that yes, the customers are with them, right? And that is what we need. That is more of the support. And I see some people in the comment section doing that. I applaud you, right? Please continue to do that, right? When we resolve these things and we catch the culprit, we can put everything out. We can put everything out in public, and you will see everything, and you will understand that nobody scammed you, right? We made a mistake. We fell short. We lost money. Yes, right? We made a mistake. We fell short. We lost money. Yes, and for that we are deeply sorry and I apologize for it. But we will come back. We will work this out and we'll make it work. All right, guys.
All right. Thank you. We'll just take two, because of time, we'll take two questions. And yes, we'll take two questions just because of time, so that we have to close by 3. So please, moderator, give the mic to Divine AK. And Divine AK, you can check. I think you can speak now.
Yeah, I'd also like to speak to Arowole Tohib.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, I wanted to speak on the part of the hack.
Sure.
Now, I think there is.
Hello. We lost. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we lost him. Maybe he comes back. Please give the mic to Tohib. Please, can you? Okay, he's back.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. We can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Okay, I was talking about you guys talked of a hack, and there is no hack without loopholes. First, in your code and stuff like that. In crypto, there must be a hack in the contract for there to.
I think we
Okay.
lost him again.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
We lost you. Your mic went off. So you can go again, please.
Okay, I was talking about that. If you're making arrests, that means you have idea of the persons that actually are part of this scam. Are you hearing me?
We can hear you. Please finish your question.
Yeah, that means you have ideas of who that are part of this scam. And now, how is the plan to recover the money from Patricia token? Because I know about tokens, liquidity, and more of that investors bring in the liquidity, maybe VCs, virtual capitalists, and the liquidity is used to fund the price of the token, and maybe there will be a reserve. How would the money you're refunding back to users through this token be, like, how would the money come out? Is it from profits from the token or from the investors' money?
Okay, thank you very much, Divine. And I'll answer your questions in two fronts. So the first part about the fraud, the hack. So yes, we have suspects, right?
Okay.
We have suspects for the hack, and we are working with the police and even with the international crypto exchanges to get information. And it's not an easy process because we have to subpoena the courts, a court in Ireland, a court in America. That court has to give us a document. We take that document to like a Binance or to like an OKX and say, take this document, give me this information. It takes time, right? So we do have leads. That's what we're saying, that we have people that we are working under, and we have actually made some arrests. And people are actually in custody as we speak. They've been in custody for the past 2 or 3 months, but they are not the people that we want because they are just pawns that receive small chunks of money. We want to get to the main kingpin, right? So it's going to take us time to do that. That's firstly on the hack. On the second part, on how monies come from Patricia token. So Patricia token is going to be funded in 2 ways. The first way is when we raise money from investors, right? That is how Patricia token is going to be funded. And we have been raising money successfully. I don't know if you follow us on social media, you would see that we've been announcing some monies that have been raised. And all of this money is going to go towards paying you back what we owe, right? And there is nothing like not getting your money, because if we owe you $10,000 of BTC, right, we now owe you $10,000 worth of Patricia token. The only difference there is that you will get your money in batches, right? But you will get your money full and you will get your money complete. It is not a token that you can that goes up or goes down. So your money is fixed and you will get your money every month. And if you see what Chris presented, he showed you how that would happen earlier on how Patricia token is going to work and what the mechanics are around Patricia token, right? So again, I want you guys to know that Patricia token is us saying that, look, we owe you this money, and it is in US dollars. It is not it cannot go up, it cannot come down. So you don't have any reason to worry about losing the value. Once we agree on the rate, that's what it will be, and you will begin to withdraw your money. The second way we will pay back Patricia token is by your trades. So typically, in the past 6 years, Patricia is one of the only company that has done so great without raising investors' money, because we have over 1 million customers that are trading on Patricia. So we did not need to raise money because we're making enough money. So we understand that when we reopen the application, a few customers will trade, but most people will say, oh, look, we don't know what's going to happen and all of that, right? So that is why we are saying that we need your support, right? Because when we launch the application, investors will see that the application has been launched. Now, the next thing they want to see is our customers trading, right? Because we have the investors who want to give us money, but they are saying, launch your app, let's see if you can get your customers back, right? So we need your support in terms of trade, right? When we do launch the application, we need you to make some trades, one. On the second part is, even if you say, no, I can't make trades, right, then we need your positive support, right? So that the public perception of Patricia is getting better, and we are trading, customers are getting their money. Because again, it's all a game of conversation, right? You want to invest your money where you know your money can grow, right? And Patricia and Patricia's customers need to work together to show that, yes, this is viable, right? And that is the game plan. That is what we want to do. Have we raised money? Yes, we have raised money. Can we redeem a large chunk of Patricia tokens when we launch? Yes, we will do so.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you, Divine, for asking. So let's have the Tohib. Apologies, we'll be able only to take that question. Yeah, if you have more questions, what we can do is, as a feedback, we'll make this session longer in the next 2 weeks. So please inform your other friends that have accounts with Patricia to join the call, so that we can have these conversations and just share how the plans are going, so that everyone is in the loop. So let's have Tohib. Please, if you can share the name again.
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Thank you very much. So actually, I didn't have any problem for you people saying, okay, you have problem with the app, someone like you, we should wait. I don't have any problem with that. But the only problem I'm having now is that, how does this money you are seeing on my screen, so how does the withdraw out of my account? Like, it was withdrawn on 14th of August. There was a time I have about 14,000 Bitcoin on those apps. So I do trade, take my money, I'm happy with you. But how can my money just fly away from my account without my consent? Like, I need you to answer this question. Like, I don't know why.
Okay, are you saying that you had 1,200 leave your account on
Yes.
14th of August?
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So what you can do is, if you can just drop your email address on the chat bot now, right?
You know what? I I did so sometimes. I did so. So they were
Yes.
telling me
And
that like
also,
I borrow money, I borrow money from you guys. How do I borrow money from you when you are not microfinance bank? I only trade with you. You take my BTs, I collect money. So how dare do I trade? Do I borrow money from you? I don't know. So you need.
Okay, so I don't have, I think what we can do is to investigate this particular issue. Just to point out that if you got an email, we probably need to look at the email you got in terms of the deduction you had. It's possible you got BTC twice, maybe you received twice, you're supposed to receive once, and the system had a glitch. But if it's not that, I'm just assuming, if it's not that, we can sort it out. I don't think that's a problem on your application. We can resolve what happened to your funds. But if you got funds in your account that you weren't supposed to get, that's most likely what happens when there's a deduct, because the system will detect and deduct it if you did that. But there's no problem. I'm not saying you did that. Just share your email and we can investigate what happened. Sorry, it's muted. I don't know if you can unmute. Can you speak? Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. I just sent my Gmail there now. So I wanted to know what's happening.
Sorry, can you send again? Where did you send it, please?
To the message there. Where do you want me to send it? That is taking chase 044.
Okay, I think our guys will pick it up.
Can you get it?
Yes, yes.
So thank you. Please let me check.
All right, and please on the chat too, Bola is asking Bola Tito, just send it to her on the chat there and she will pick it up. Thank you. I'm sorry, so that's all the questions we'll be able to take, excuse me, on this call. But as the CEO mentioned, this call is going to be holding every 2 weeks. Possibly we'll also review if we can hold every week. But basically for now, it's every 2 weeks. We're going to have more people on the call, take more questions, and have a mechanism for to be able to answer more of the questions that you have even before the call. Just to point out that transparency is something we're pursuing here. And then thank you very much for your time. We appreciate your presence. And for all those who are not able to individually ask their questions, we encourage you to send us email, use our ticket platforms, and as much as possible, we will answer all your questions. Thank you so much for your support, and we are counting on you, and we are working hard to make the app available for you once more. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day ahead. Bye.